Chapter 1, Down the Rabbit Hole. Alice follows a white rabbit down a rabbit hole and falls into a strange and fantastical world. Alice finds a very small door and a key on the table. She drinks from a bottle and becomes very small. She eats a cake and becomes very large. Chapter 2, The Pool of Tears. Alice grows to an enormous size and cries a pool of tears. The white rabbit, frightened, runs away and drops his fan. Alice fans herself and shrinks, becoming very small. She almost drowns in the pool, but is saved by the mouse. Chapter 3, A Caucus Race in a Long Tail. Alice and various animals, including a dodo, participate in a nonsensical caucus race to get dry. They run for half an hour, and everyone wins the race. Chapter 4, The Rabbit Sends in a Little Bill. Inside the white rabbit's house, Alice finds a bottle labeled, "Drink me," and drinks it. Her size increases so much that she gets stuck in the house. Bill, the lizard, goes inside, but Alice kicks him off. The white rabbit throws stones through the window, but they turn into cakes. Alice eats some and becomes small again. Chapter 5, Advice from a Caterpillar. Alice encounters a caterpillar who sits on a mushroom and smokes a hookah. The caterpillar tells her that eating different parts of the mushroom will make her grow or shrink. Alice first tries the right side of the mushroom and shrinks. Then, she tries the left side and grows so tall that she reaches the top of a tree where a pigeon was perched. Alice eats a second piece of the mushroom, returning to her normal size. Chapter 6, Pig and Pepper. The Duchess receives an invitation from the Queen of Hearts. Alice meets the Duchess and experiences chaos in her kitchen. The Duchess tosses the baby into Alice's arms and leaves to play croquet with the Queen. Alice takes the baby into the forest, but the little one turns into a pig and runs away. Alice meets the Cheshire Cat and asks him how she can enter the garden behind the small door. The Cheshire Cat doesn't give her a direct answer. Chapter 7, A Mad Tea Party. Alice joins the Hatter, March Hare, and Dormouse for a nonsensical tea party, where time stands still at 6 o'clock. She leaves, stating that this was the stupidest tea party she had ever attended. She finds a door and enters, returning to the initial room. She eats a piece of the mushroom that was stored in her pocket and finally enters the much-awaited garden. Chapter 8, The Queen's Croquet Ground. In the garden, Alice meets the King and Queen of Hearts. The Queen is a hard-to-please figure introducing her catchphrase.
Off with their heads! Off with their heads!
Alice is ordered to take part in a bizarre game of croquet, which is played with flamingos and hedgehogs. Chaos quickly ensues during the game.
Off with their heads! Off with their heads!
Chapter 11, Who Stole the Tarts? Chapter 12, Alice's Evidence. Alice attends a trial where the Knave of Hearts is accused of stealing the Queen's tarts. The trial is full of absurdities and nonsensical proceedings. Alice is called as a witness. During her statement, Alice grows larger and larger, disrupting the court. Eventually, she realizes the whole experience is a dream and wakes up.